Hello there. Welcome to Healthy Cooking with your friendly Italian. I'm Jim Gyro.
And I'm Marilyn Jim.
And we're here to talk about food and cooking, and we have some special guests with us. Ann and Pat Sandroni from Downtown Deli and Nonni's. Yeah, so that's going to be exciting. And they've got some expanded menus for takeout and all kinds of different things. And some old
sandwiches.
Right. So we're going to be talking about all that. We've got a couple of recipes for you. And I want to remind you, Swedish Hill Winery on the 16th of this, which is what, Friday, Saturday?
Saturday.
They're having an anniversary sale with 60% off on their wine, up to 60% off on your wines. And then on Friday, the Gould Hotel is having an open house.
And this one will include that you can go see the rooms. The rooms have been refurbished.
Yep.
They will have a sampling of some of their new items on their food. I think there's a wine tasting and music also, but this is an open house for the community to go and look at the Gould and see what their updates. They've changed the desk in the front, and they've done a lot of different things. So it would give you an opportunity to take a look.
Well, welcome, Ann and Pat. We're excited that you're here. We're excited to have you talk about the wonderful Downtown Deli and the Nonni's and the new things that are happening there. Let's start with the deli, okay? And then we'll go from there. I'd rather talk to you anyways than him. We were in there the other day, and I'm going through some of the things that are our favorites in the sandwich line. You have a gyro. And I'm not sure people know what a gyro is. Is that the right pronunciation?
Gyro is actually the Greek version. Right. Yeah, you just roll that and get rid of the G.
Which is a Greek type of stuff, which is a combination of beef and lamb, and with seasoning. And you go to Greece, and they're all over the place.
Do you make your own
tzatziki and stuff? No, we get them in, but it's really good.
It's very, very good.
Yeah.
And then we also noticed the Hall of Fame, which I love, which is the capagala, or you can use it with turkey, and the melted provolone and the roasted red peppers on is it a focaccia?
You got it. Yeah.
Now tell me about focaccia. It differing from just. It's like a pizza dough?
It's like an Italian peasant bread is what they call it.
Okay.
And it's denser. It's we actually make our own focaccia every day, sometimes a few times during the day. So ours is a little more fluffier at times, and it's got oregano and basil and spices on it.
That's what I thought. That has the herbs on the top. Yeah.
Do you have to have a starter or a mother for that or not? No. No, okay.
It's just regular dough.
Yeah.
Well, that's excellent.
Yes.
Then Marilyn turned me on one of her favorite sandwiches, which was the Clarence, which you have that wonderful, the best mozzarella you can find.
Yes, you can get this wonderful fresh mozzarella at Nonni's that is incredible.
And the roasted red peppers and the pesto, the basil is really, really good at it, which really enjoy. The other thing that Marilyn likes, and tell them about the zuzu, the grilled eggplant.
Oh, I do. I love the zuzu with all the vegetables. It's really, really nice. And that, again, has the melted mozzarella cheese. Anything with melted mozzarella cheese.
You can't go wrong.
Better than a regular
That's right.
grilled cheese sandwich.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you hit all the bases. You have a Cuban sandwich, which with the roast pork and that type of thing. Now I've noticed a couple of things new. Let's talk about those. You said you have brought back the Brooklyn Knish.
Now what
Tell
is
us
that?
about that.
It's a potato, like a pastry filling, filled with a potato filling. And then it's served with a side of spicy or honey mustard. You dip it in. but it's I don't say it's like a flaky, but more like a pastry.
Okay.
And then it's got a potato filling
I'll have
inside.
to try that. I
Yeah.
haven't tried that yet.
And then we also brought back our lox with cream cheese.
Oh,
We used to have that when we
Yeah.
first opened 20 some odd years ago.
Is,
so
it,
okay.
is it that
yeah,
long? Ann?
yeah, 21 actually.
21.
Oh, how
Yeah.
well,
wonderful.
congratulations.
So-
That's fantastic. You've done a good service for this community, let me
Thank
tell
you.
you.
And you
Thank
do
you.
an awful lot of catering, don't you?
Do a lot of business catering, luncheons, weddings, showers, clam bakes, you name it.
I
We
know,
do a
I-
lot of stuff.
I mean, every time I go down there, these orders are going out. These huge orders are going out.
Yeah.
So I know that you are, and I've been at meetings where
Mm-hmm.
your food has been served, and but so it's a great service to the community.
Yeah, we're
And you have 3-foot long subs. And
3 foot and 6 foot.
6 foot. I don't think I could eat a whole 6 foot. No.
No.
The other thing I noticed on the menu was a smoked brisket of beef.
Mm-hmm.
Do you smoke your own?
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah.
God bless you.
Yeah, my son, well, he's actually at culinary college right now, and
Okay.
that was one of his things. He wanted a smoker last year, so we bought a smoker, and yeah, so we've been smoking brisket and ribs and stuff like
Oh,
that.
how
But we
wonderful.
That's
just
amazing.
kind of did the brisket for the deli, and yeah, it's going over well.
It
And do
gets
you
bigger
use-
and better all the time, man.
And now, when you were catering, they could order those
Yep.
kinds of things of ribs and
Yep.
smoked
Yeah.
ribs and
Yeah.
whatever. That's great to know.
And I see you out in the morning loading up the truck to bring to various spots
Yeah,
for
Goulds Pumps.
yeah.
Do a lot
Right.
of catering for them.
I'm sure you do.
I went
Wow.
there this morning already.
And we missed anything we should be talking about as far as the deli is concerned?
No, I think you got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it's great. And
Yeah.
we thoroughly enjoy it. I'm going to give a recipe now, and then we get a chance to talk to. The first recipe that we got is for a lemon cookie of all things, and it comes from the Abruzzo region of Italy.
Well,
And-
first of all, Jim got this book from Roberta Fisher that explained all the celebrations that they have in Italy, all the festivals. I mean, Italy is full of festivals. Abruzzo happens to be the Paese that his father's family is from, so he's going in for the Abruzzo lemon cookies.
And this comes from a festival of the snake, all right? And I picked this because of my mother, who liked to make cookies as long as it had booze in it.
Well, she liked to make any dessert that had booze in it, or had rum or whatever,
And these are very, very easy to make, where you're taking some flour and sugar and you're mixing it all together in a Cuisinart and rolling it out, cutting it into squares and baking it, and it's done. But it's a nice recipe, and it comes from the festival is in the village of Cucullo, which pronounce it for me, Marilyn.
Give me that again.
CUC. If I do it, I screw it
It's
up all
probably
the time.
like something like Sicilo or something of
Right,
that nature.
right.
I'm not
And
quite sure.
this festival that is in this little town is always the first Thursday of May, so it just got through.
The other
So-
thing that they have, they must like snakes there, because your family makes something called, when we go up to Canada,
Snake
snake
soup.
soup,
Yeah.
which is basically cutting up crispelli
And making
and
a broth.
putting the broth in it. So when they roll the crispelli that they make, and they cut them, and of course when it opens up in the soup, it does look like snakes going through.
So you all can make this at home, or I know a place where you can get a good lemon cookie.
Probably doesn't have rum in it, does it? Yeah.
No, it's got filling though. It's got right.
So tell us about your lemon cookie.
It's what?
Your lemon cookie. You do sell them,
Lemon,
okay?
vanilla,
Yeah.
cinnamon chocolate.
And what's nice, mostly at this time of the year, you go there, you get a cookie or you get a cannoli, you get a little espresso, You go out and you sit outside, and it's nice warm weather, and you sip your espresso and eat the stuff and look out and everybody waves at you.
Or you can stop by in the afternoon and get a gelato too. That's another thing you can
Or
do.
a gelato, yeah.
Homemade gelato.
But let's talk about, you've expanded the number of items that you are for takeout. I'm telling you, people, you don't have to cook at home anymore. You want Italian food, go to Noni's. He's got an expand. Let's talk about what's available
For takeout, yeah.
I have our homemade eggplant parm.
Yeah, which is
Which is a stuffed eggplant.
It's
Stuffed
It's
eggplant.
the layers.
And then I have my homemade lasagna,
Mm-hmm.
meat lasagna. And we got our manicottis, or cheese,
Right.
Mhm.
3 cheeses in it. Then we got our stuffed shells. They got the 3 meats. It's got pork, veal, and ground beef in it.
Okay.
Then we have our other stuffed shell. It's got cheese in it.
Right.
Mhm.
Got our homemade meatballs.
Best
Homemade greens and
meatballs in the
beans.
world, let me tell you.
Mm-hmm.
What else we got?
Your Italian sausage.
Yep, all my homemade Italian sausage.
Yeah, great sausage, right?
Italian wedding soup now.
You
Wow.
can you
Put on
sell
the
that
menu.
out? Okay,
Yep.
out of
Greens and
Noni's? Okay.
beans.
Greens and beans.
Oh, my
homemade-
God,
My homemade
yeah.
sauces.
Yeah.
With and without meat.
You
Yep.
have both a marinara than a
Mhm.
meat
Yep.
sauce, yeah.
It's got my pork meat in it from the sausage bones.
Oh,
When he
great.
cooks them.
So
I
you
bet
got
that
all those
tastes
wonderful things. And then on top of that, what I enjoy is the cookbooks.
Yeah.
Yes.
All of the things, the pastries that you can get, the candies, and it goes on and on and on.
Well, and don't you go to some show to get some of these? You go in January, don't you?
I go in January to New York City to the gift show up there, and then that's where we get most of our
Pottery and that.
pottery and then unique stuff like
well, yes,
the
and
food
those are
and
all
stuff.
wonderful stuff if you need a house gift or even a shower gift. I mean, all these things are fun, and at Christmas I have the best time going and meeting all of our children's needs for Italian goodies, right?
Right.
And I've got to mention the sharp provolone that you have, which is excellent,
It is.
really good. And you make up a little thing which has got a seasoning mix that we bring home a lot, and we mix it with some olive oil and dip bread in it. You got to go get it there. I mean, it is
And what
really.
other uses for that mix? I mean, what's in that mix?
I could take a bath with it.
There's a lot of stuff in that
Yeah,
mix.
there is.
There is actually cheese in there too.
Yep, there is cheese.
You can use it like on your chicken, on your
Is-
cube
steaks
steaks,
are-
Right.
I bet that would be
Unreal.
You
good.
bake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Or
could even
grill
use it
or-
on a pizza.
Yep, he
Right.
does.
I
And when
do
he
on-
does his
I do the
grilling,
grilled
his
pizzas at home.
pizzas, he'll
Yeah.
put
Do
it
you?
on there.
But,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Prosciutto
all
and all
good,
that.
right? And you know, they also have the Ferrara. What's the things?
Torrone?
Torrone.
Oh, the
Torrones.
Torroni, well,
Yeah.
yes.
And
I
then
mean,
at
that's
the
usually
ho-
at Christmas I have to go and get those because
Well, this is at Christmas time. You get
Panettone.
The
They have
panettone.
that.
Yeah.
I mean, they have really good panettone. Now,
Yeah, they
there's
do.
panettone and there's
You're
panettone. There's
damn
some that I wouldn't give you 10 cents for,
You're right.
but if you really want good panettone, they have it. And it's toasted in the morning. That's a real Italian thing to do.
Yeah.
Right.
Right? Italians don't have much breakfast, basically. They usually do something like sweet or the cookies or something like panettone.
Annis, my mother and
Yeah,
grandmother always
right.
dunked the
And they
Annis
dunk it.
cookies in
They
their
always
coffee.
have their coffee and
Or the
whatever.
Pantones, they slice it.
Slice it and whatever. And then their big meal usually is at lunch, and then, they do have their time off. And then dinner again is sort of something they go out to the wherever and pick up some ingredients for a light supper. Because they don't have, their apartments are, especially in the small towns, the apartments are small. They don't have a lot of refrigeration or anything, so they go to the stores and get these things.
And my father, for breakfast, I don't know if you've heard of this before, he'd have a glass of wine for breakfast, and then he'd take a raw egg and he'd crack the raw egg and put it into the wine. He says, that's what keeps me going every day at the have of that.
Well, my aunt, who died at 99, used to have a raw egg in her coffee. that wasn't something I would want to do, but she claimed the same thing. So.
Wine's good by itself.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
don't
think
need any
I
help.
don't think raw eggs are exactly what I. But it's interesting anyway.
Have I left anything out as far as what we need to talk about from
I got a
Noni's?
few new cookbooks.
All right. So
Oh,
tell us
there we
about
go.
your cookbook.
Oh.
So what cookbooks?
Nona's like a grandmother's cookbook on
Yep, grandmother's.
all like recipes from grandmas of
Yeah.
Italy.
All the grandmothers from Italy, they
Yeah.
made one big book.
Oh,
No,
the-
he's got a lot of nice new cookbooks in. I try to get something unique
I
when
got
I go, like something that's
Homemade
not
pasta
the
books.
sound.
Oh, that's great.
The homemade sauce.
So now,
And
you can go there and sit down and have some espresso, like I do, and read cookbooks.
You're supposed to buy the cookbooks, Jim.
And you buy some.
You're supposed to buy.
I
the
need
cookbook.
another cookbook like I need a
Well,
whole
I
one.
know. I mean, we don't have any more room for cookbooks at this point.
One nice thing about his grab and go menu that he has now, we put them in the microwave dishes, so they
Oh,
can
so
just
they
go
go
home and
home and
put them in the microwave to
You
heat
know,
up.
when you think
or
about living
Yeah.
here in this area and you're an older couple, to get those old favorites, to make them, if you're living as a couple or as a single person, you're not going to go go through all that
No.
trouble. So you can, enjoy this. You don't have to go out to dinner, and you can go and enjoy this at home. And
yep.
That's what we had a gentleman called and got like 2 pieces of lasagna and a piece of the stuffed eggplant and something else. And we ended up putting it in a pan for him so he could put it in the oven, and so everybody got what
Yep.
they wanted.
Sauce on it.
So ready
that's
to go.
great.
Yeah.
Then I
So-
got my sausage cooked with the peppers and onions and the sauce.
Well, I
Right.
gotta I gotta try your greens
So you
and
can
beans.
get- yeah.
That sounds wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But we thank you for being in this community, and you surely fulfill the needs of this community, and we're so lucky that you
Well,
have you.
and
Thank
as I
you very
said,
much.
that's really a service because we're an underserved area for the elderly. We don't have an awful lot of kinds of things to help them out. But this certainly, for being able to stay in their own place and not have to do some
Right.
of this cooking and
Yeah,
stuff.
even the college kids love it. 'Cause
Oh, I
they
bet
come
they
in
do.
and
Absolutely.
get
Sure.
a nice chunk of
Yeah.
lasagna or
Yep.
something, and they feel like
Yeah, 'cause
they
a lot of them can't cook. 'Cause they're-
Right.
Right.
or they get
They're
something
on
they're
campus
homemade.
or
Or
Well,
they're
even
so
if they
busy.
could cook, they're not going
Yeah.
to be cooking as good as you
they're
do.
either going to classes or studying or whatever. So if they can go get some really decent food, I think that does help.
Yeah.
I have one more recipe that I want to talk to you about. These are available on site so that you can
Yeah, if
you
you
can
go
get it.
to
And-
fingerlakes1.com, they're at the end of our program. Yes,
Right.
they're on there.
And this, again, thanks Roberta Fisher for this book. This is another festa. One of the most important festa is in the PALIO, which is in Siena, which is a crazy
Oh, it's the craziest
horse race.
Horse race you'll ever see.
And we're going to talk in some future. We're going to talk about them and get more into detail about them. But so one of the things that they cook there at the PALIO is a pork stew, which they pour over polenta. Very easy to do using pork shoulder, inexpensive dish. It's a country type of dish, and you saute it and you put all kinds of great things in
We're
it.
all ready to eat it, Jim.
Oh yeah, and
All
then
three of us. Are you making it for us?
Sure. Thank God I found out how to make polenta without having to stand there for a half an hour stirring it. Now I can put it in the oven and I stir it twice and it's done. But and if you all don't know what polenta is
Basically cornmeal.
is cornmeal. But you put it down over the top, the stew over the top, and it is absolutely wonderful. So you might want to try that. In upcoming weeks, next week we're going to have we've got
in 2 weeks.
in
yeah.
2 weeks. We've got 11 Lake Winery is coming on in. Matt Jones is the owner. He has a place over in Canoga, and we're going to talk about wines. We'll be talking farmers market here shortly, which will be coming up in June. Don't forget the open
1st
house
of June at the Gold. Yeah.
Yep. And we've been talking to Parkers. We'll be talking to a lot of people. So it's going to be an interesting time.
So I wanted to mention one other thing that you can do that I've done for a house gift is just go get a whole bunch of your cookies, and they put them in a nice box, and you can wrap them up, and I brought that as a house gift if I've been invited someplace. So they have all kinds of things there that you can do.
They even have fava beans.
I know they have every Italian thing you can imagine from your background if you're Italian, and if you're not, go try them anyway.
Fava beans, you either love them or hate them.
Right.
And a lot of my friends really love them. I'm not going to go any farther than that.
So is there anything else you'd like to tell us about either of your
I
businesses?
think that's it.
Well, thank you again
We
for
thank
coming.
you so much
Thank
for
you for
coming.
having us.
Thank you
Yeah.
for
And
having
we
us.
so enjoy promoting our local businesses. I know you've been 21 years, you said?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they've been in our community and keeping it going for 21
And
years.
it's good to have Finger Lakes One here. You know, to be
Right,
able to-
and they
as a-
also, Ann is incredible about helping the community.
Oh, absolutely.
On all
She's a
kinds of
doll.
projects and charities.
Yeah.
I mean, I've worked worked with her on committees
Right.
and things, and so they really do give to the community, and
We
we
love
appreciate
Seneca
it.
Falls.
Right, we
Yeah,
really
it's a good-
appreciate
good
it.
place.
Thank you.
So thank you again,
you.
and we will see you in a couple of weeks. Ciao.
Bye.